With the SEC as strong as it is this year, any win in the SEC is a big win, especially when it's on the road. Tennessee got a win in Austin, Texas. Well, the Longhorns having a rough go of it the past few days, are they? Hey, welcome to the Food City Locker Room, presented by Garza Law. This is the Players Show. Yeah, you know, we did kind of enjoy it in the Packer household. I went to TCU, hated Texas. My wife went to Texas Tech, hated Texas. It was a rough go for our Longhorn brethren.
Why are you being so petty? Huh?
Because it's the way we roll here. Tennessee with a big win. Mark Packer along with T. Jones live. Jason Swain on the far side over there. T. Jones, let's start with you. Big win in Austin, Texas. As I said, every win in the SEC is a big win this year.
74-70. It was a nip and tuck game for most of the game. But, hey, Zakai Zeigler took the game in his own hands. I mean, he was going baseline. He looked a little bit like Middle Arc Lemons a couple of times, going baseline, then switching back, and then going up the lane with the basketball. But he went down baseline, hit Jordan Gainey for a three, and then he made a layup that I think sealed the game.
I'm going to have to disagree. He was not Meadowlark Lemon. He was more like Hurley Neal.
That's exactly right.
Well, you've had different heroes on the road this season. Last big-time road game against Illinois, it was Gainey who stepped up and showed out. And this one, It was Darlinstone Dubar who just took the game over and made some timely threes, and then had the emphatic dunk that really pumped up the team.
Do you only say that because he's sitting over there in the studio grinning?
I would say it if he was sitting there. If he was not sitting there.
You meant it.
I meant it. It's what happened. It's the truth.
Here's the good thing about this team, and Tony, we've talked about this, is that you've got enough players, except for that Florida game. You've always got those games where if somebody's got an off night, there's enough great players to make up for whoever has the off night.
I'm going to call him DD.
That's my wife's name.
Four for six from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 6 big rebounds. A lot of people talked about Tennessee's depth. You know, where's the depth? Not enough depth. This young man came in and was a spark plug, and he was a difference maker also, Jason.
Well, here's a guy that went on the road before he got here to Tennessee, went to Cameron Indoor Arena versus Duke, and did the same thing times 3. So he's used to stepping up in big-time games against big-time opponents in very hostile environments. Doing that in Austin was really nothing to him because he's done it before.
Did you think he had a strap like that to go 3 for 5 from 3?
No, absolutely. I mean,
okay.
that's why he's here.
Okay.
That's why he's here in Tennessee. Rick Barnes saw that he did it at Hofstra and he did it at other places. So that's why he's here, because that's what we need here.
So let me ask you guys both a question. I always say this. I never coached over at Tennessee. I never played at Tennessee. So I'm going to put this on both of you guys. Obviously, the Florida game, you got out-rebounded, you got outplayed, you got out-everythinged. You go to Austin, you out-rebound Texas 41-27. Is that sheer effort? Is that sheer mindset? Is that sheer coach gets into your grill and says you're going to fix it? What is that?
As from a coaching's perspective, after the Florida game, Mama said there'd be days like this. That's what Mama said. I mean, it's going to be days like that, especially in the SEC. What they had to do was, if I was a coach, me and Bruce Pearl, we would throw it away the film. We wouldn't even watch the game. We come back ready to prepare for Texas, get them ready to go down to Austin, win that basketball game, saying it's a must-win that we can't lose 2 in a row, and that's what the coaching staff did, and they got those guys ready to play.
What do you think was the main takeaway from the Florida game that they were able to correct and fix, and we saw it in the Texas game?
Well, I think they took good shots. Not that they weren't taking good shots at Florida. 21% from the field, 13 from 3, and then wasn't making free throws either, 60% from the free throw line. Those numbers changed, and I just think they were focused, they was concentrated, and they were ready to play the game, Jason.
So you look at the SEC now, everybody's beating everybody up. I mean, look at Texas, they're 0-3 now, and that's a pretty good basketball team.
They're not beating anybody up.
Okay, back to what I was saying before I got rudely interrupted. There's a lot of good teams, probably 10 or 11 that are going to make the SEC tournament. My point is it's almost survive and advance already.
3 teams is 3-0. Alabama, Mississippi, and Auburn. And 5 teams are 2-1. It's an unbelievable conference. It's a juggernaut each and every time. You got to come ready to play each and every time. And this is what we would say as a coach. We got to win all our home games, and you got to win half the road games, and then you could be in the mix for a championship.
When you look at some of the games over the weekend, I mean, Auburn survives at South Carolina.
Survived.
You know, Tennessee, tough game against Texas. It feels like so far in this SEC season that every game has a second-round NCAA tournament feel to it. I mean, every possession matters. You're diving on loose balls. Free throws matter. Turnovers matter. Every possession matters. And the margin of error seems really, really small this year in the conference.
Look at Mississippi playing South Carolina. At South Carolina, they dominated them. Auburn probably thought the same thing was going to happen, but it didn't happen. Auburn just barely escaped South Carolina. So it was tough to go down to Columbia, and it's going to be tough to win in Columbia. It's going to be tough to win in Nashville. It's going to be tough to win in Starkville and the like.
And going to be tough to win at Auburn. We'll take a break. We're going to do the show the same way we did last week. I want to bring Zakai in, let him be with us the entire second segment. We'll do that when we come back in the Food City Locker Room presented by Garza Law.
Zakai Zeigler's appearance on The Locker Room is brought to you by Lakewood Capital Group.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop,
where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher
is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
At Glass Doctor, our trained specialists are experts at fixing foggy and cracked glass.
Looks great.
You're all set.
What we can't fix is your view.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
I was coming home and a lady hit me head on. It totaled my car. It fractured my right heel and it bruised me up really badly. The Garza Law firm, they were very compassionate, but yet they were very detailed. They didn't let me down. They never stopped fighting. It helped me regain confidence in law firms. I would definitely recommend the Garza Law firm.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
I was the star around here until Glass Doctor installed this perfect shower enclosure. Now they look at me like, well, there you go.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
The Locker Room is brought to you by Food City, NPG Brain and Concussion, Knoxville Smiles, Glass Doctor, and Garza Law.
So Tennessee this week, they'll be at home against Georgia. They'll be on the road at Vanderbilt. Let's bring in Zakai Zeigler for the entire segment just because he is the straw that stirs the drink over there. The atmosphere Saturday for you in Austin, Texas, Zakai, just how much fun was that for you? I know for Coach Barnes going back to Austin, even though it's just the second time, I know that meant a lot to him again.
Yeah, definitely. You know, going into the game, you know, we obviously was thinking as a team, just we got to get our mojo back. You know, we didn't shoot the ball against the best and as good as we know we can against Florida. So, you know, going into Austin, we had the mindset of just, you know, playing more and just not playing as tense. You know, shots are going to fall, but, you know, we can't really control if the ball goes in or not. And, you know, for Coach Barnes, we knew we wanted to do it for him. You know, Coach, he's never the type to say, like, hey, like we better get this win, but after the game, he had a big smile on his face, and we knew he was really happy about this one.
Sure he was.
Zakai, I don't know if you know T.J. Ford, but T.J. Ford was at the game, and T.J. Ford is an unbelievable point guard. And I've covered you for 2 years, and I'm going to ask you this question about your goals and aspirations. And me personally, covering you for 2 years, I think you can play in the NBA. Do you have the goals and aspirations to play in the NBA?
Most definitely, and I definitely believe that I could play in the NBA and stay in the NBA and be an NBA guard. And, that's crazy that you say that. I was just, actually, when I was on my phone, I was talking to T.J. Ford, and, earlier today we was texting a little bit, just, about ways I could better my game and what ways I could better the team. And, he's just giving me some really good advice. But I definitely know for sure that I could be an NBA player.
It's very hard for teams to come in here and win at the Food City Center. You guys always start fast at home. What do you think is key for you guys to start fast on the road, too?
Definitely, I feel like just going into wherever we're going into, just with that same confidence and same swag that we got when we're at home. Going into the road, everybody in the arena most likely is going to be against us. And so, once we go into other places, we got to have that same type of fire like we at home. Like, okay, everybody on our side. But, I feel like a lot of guys on the team, we don't have a lot of guys that were 5 stars or like highly recruited, highly rated players. So I feel like everybody is an underdog in a way. So, going into places that people don't like us, we kind of used to that in a way.
All right, I want to ask you this question. The coaches get paid a whole lot of money. They write up plays, you go through practice, they draw things up, and then you get out there in the game, and I think we've got some video to show here. You go driving down the lane, everybody thinks that you're going to shoot, and then you drive down the lane, and you come running out the other side, and you just kind of keep driving. Look, you just keep dribbling all over the place. You dribble back that way. It truly is the Harlem Globetrotters. Are you doing this just to irritate the defense, or what's the strategy?
No, well, me and Coach Barnes, we might watch some film, or he doesn't talk to me about it. Like, hey, if I don't see what I like, just keep my dribble. And guys are gonna get tired. And I got the ball in my hands. If at first I'm looking to attack the rim, but with me attacking the rim, I'm looking for my teammates. And if guys are staying home, or if I don't got a shot myself, I keep my dribble. I could just bring the ball back out, and we can just reset and calm down, and we gonna get something. Because a lot of guys don't want to play defense for that long. A lot of people aren't like Tennessee, for us, we could play defense for the whole 30 seconds and we'll be perfectly fine. A lot of teams aren't like that, though.
ZZ, talk about the synergy that you and Meshack had in the first half. I mean, you was driving, going downhill, and then he was cutting to the basket. You was finding him in the lane. He finished. Talk about that synergy, and is that something that you guys practice?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And just even when more talking to him in practice, like if I might tell him, I told him that's what a lot of the guys, like I might ask them, like, hey, if I'm driving right here, and like where would you want me to throw the ball, or like what are you gonna do, like where would you like to, like what spots do you like on the floor? So like he might like to cut, or like I know certain spots that he might want to get to catch and shoot. So in practice a lot this week, he was doing a lot more cutting, and so in the game I knew if I had a shooter and I knew I would have him cutting, either one of them was going to be wide open.
Sometimes it's tough for players to bounce back when something bad happens to them in the game. You got hit in the stomach, you were out. You were on the ground for a pretty long time. Sometimes that takes a guy completely out of the game. You were able to come back and actually play better and shoot better from the field. Why do you think you were able to do that?
Oh, well, in my mind, I was just like, hey, let me just calm down, let me get through this. In the moment, I felt crazy. I was on the sideline. I was like, I don't know if I'm about to throw up. I feel like I'm about to throw up, but I'm not throwing up. So, but in my head the whole time, like I got to get back out there. I got to help the team win. Like, no matter what it was, I knew I was going to get back out there and do whatever I had to do to help the team win.
All right, so while we're watching this video here, you're about to exit stage left, and D-Stone's going to take your spot over there. Tony was over here talking about kind of what he's done, and Jason did the same thing. Fill us in a little bit about his game and how important his addition has been to this team.
Oh, D-Stone, he's a hooper, man. He's a hooper, and I know that from the first day he got on campus. I remember our second, I think, pickup. He came in the gym and he was like, yo, I'm guarding you the whole day. And we was just going back and forth. We was talking the whole time. And from that day on, I knew that he was going to bring a different kind of toughness to us. He could shoot the ball really well. He's a great defender, and he's just versatile in many ways. But he helped us out a lot, and he's a great addition for us.
Ah, man. Well, hey, good luck this week. Georgia at home, Vanderbilt on the road. Hopefully he speaks louder than you did in his mic check when you're on the floor, all right? Like a 0.
He definitely will.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Sounds good, Zakai. We'll see you later.
Hey,
you with, here we go. All right. He thinks he's funny, doesn't he? All right. So D-Stone steps in here next in the Food City Locker Room, presented by Garza Law. We'll be right back.
The Locker Room is brought to you by Food City, Exterior Home Solutions, D1 Training, Lakewood Capital Group, Ted Russell Ford, and Garza Law.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop.
Where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher
Is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
I see Marco's role in the community as somebody that people can look up to.
Marcos Garza is very thoughtful. He pays attention to the needs of the people in the community.
He's somebody that's very unselfish, somebody that's going to always be there.
Marcos Garza will work as hard as he can to get the best results for you.
In the future, no matter where I'm playing, no matter what the team I'm playing for, I'll always be on Garza's team.
The Garza Law Firm is Mama Zizi approved.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Man, come on, we got a roof to replace.
Let's go, baby.
Let's
go. Hey, Sterl, you ready to go to the top? Man, I can't believe you guys been doing this for 25 years. Oh, baby.
Now this is what I call a rooftop party.
We have 25 years experience in roofing and exterior renovations, and we're backed by the best.
Are you ready to get your rooftop party started? Give us a call, 865-524-5888.
Knoxville Smiles depend on us to make you smile better. Knoxville Smiles, are you happy with your smile today? Knoxville Smiles, we're all about smiles.
Hey Lance, what makes you smile?
Pancake blocks.
What's up, guys? It's Devin Driscoll, owner of D1 Sports Training. We know in 2024, convenience is king, so we have locations not just in Hardin Valley, but now one in Maryville, in Farragut, and in Morristown, with more soon to come. So keep an eye out. We want to bring D1 Sports Training to everyone in East Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jody Griffin. I'm a dentist here in Knoxville, Tennessee. In 22, I had a wakeboard tower hit me on the head and give me a concussion. In my office, I show x-rays to my patients so they can see their teeth. I needed somebody to do the same thing for my brain, so I went to MPG. They did an EEG of my brain, and they were able to show me the activity of my brain and give me a diagnosis and a treatment plan. So I choose MPG because brains is what they do, and that's all they do.
Time now for the Food City Player's Perspective. A look inside the locker room with the Vols.
So we were just sitting here talking during the break, and I turned to T. Jones Live and associate head coach under Bruce Pearl at Tennessee, now at Johnson College, Gibson University.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay. So I said, D-Stone, who's in now with Jason, I said, who's he remind you of?
And you know what I said? I said, Easy Rider, J.R. Rider, former Vegas Rebel, played with the Minnesota Timberwolves, got a strap, can shoot the basketball, and got a high wire rack. He can play above the rim.
Okay, well, so whenever you're saying all that, I see a grin coming over here, and it's not Jason Swain. So let's come over for the Food City player perspective, guys.
Yeah, here with Darlinstone Dubar, and so far here in Knoxville, what's been your favorite part about being in Knoxville, being on this Tennessee basketball team?
You know, being in Knoxville has been very fun to me. Probably my favorite part is probably being at the arena because that's where we spend most of our time at.
Yeah.
You know how coach is, the guys, the teammates, man, I love them to death. Team chemistry is off the charts. We always together, we always doing things. So on the court, we click. So
when you were at Hofstra, went on the road, had an unbelievable performance at Duke. You didn't miss from three, it seemed like. Do you feel like that performance, or was it another performance that gave you the confidence to be able to do some of the things that we're seeing? Because this is our first time seeing you in action as Tennessee fans. We see you make big-time shots, take big-time shots. But how long have you been comfortable in that role?
You know, I've always been comfortable. It's crazy you mentioned the Duke game. During the Texas game, I kind of just envisioned I'm at Duke, kind of put Duke inside of Texas. I heard the crowd getting loud, and once I hear the crowd getting loud, that's when I kind of get more excited. And I was confident, and I just was playing my game, and I just wanted to show the world what I can do.
If you can make plays there, you can make it anywhere. Describe kind of the fan distance from the court, the atmosphere, because it seems like watching Duke on TV, they're really, really, really close to you.
Yeah, when we played at Duke, they were really close. I think what got me going for real was me just interacting with the crowd.
Yeah.
It seems like whenever I talk to the crowd, that's when I get it going. Like last night, I hit my three, and I kind of did something to the Texas fan, and once I did that, I was like, oh yeah, it's on from there. So
we got to talk about the dunk, D-Stone. Like, that was SportsCenter top 10 worthy dunk. Gainey shoots a three. Looks like he was going in, but you caught it at the right time. How did you time it up perfectly to be able to send it home?
I actually thought he was making it, but, you know, I always got to crash the glass. I seen nobody box me out. He missed a shot. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm about to hammer this. That's what I did.
Absolutely. Describe what it's like being on a plane after a big-time win. You guys went to Florida. That was tough. But you go to Austin, you get a win. Describe what it's like on the plane on the way back home.
Oh, on the plane, lots of jokes, lots of laughter, you know, everyone smiling, just enjoying each other's company. That's what it's about. Nobody wants to go back home on a plane ride 2 hours, sad, off a loss. So we had to make sure we get that win, especially for Coach Barnes because, you know, he used to coach at Texas. So that was a big road win, and we got it done.
What do you feel like you need to do more in practice or in the games so we can see more D-Stone in the game?
I just got to just give it my all, play hard, 100%, not 50, not 68, not 90, 100%. And if I do that, I'm pretty sure y'all see more of D-Stone.
What's been your reaction with the fan base and their involvement at the games? You know, you coming from a different school. I'm sure they had some really good fans at your old school, but SEC fans seem to be on a different level. Speak a little bit about the Tennessee fans at games that you've played at home.
Man, the fans, this is probably my first time actually just being honest and talking about the fans. Fans over here is unbelievable. They really love me for real. I can really feel it. Every time I check into the game, it's like standing ovation. Like, I enjoy every second of it. I love the fans here, best fans, and they bring the energy and they make me want to show them and give my all to them.
All right, what's the next level for you? We saw a different level from you on the road versus Texas. What's the next level in your opinion for D-Stone?
You know, next level for me, I don't really want to talk it. I'm the type, I'm going to show it. So.
Okay. All right. So we got 8 threes in the game, 2 putback dunks. I'll say it, guys. How about that?
You do the talking.
D-Stone, 1 year at Iowa State, 3 years at Hofstra for Speedy Claxton. That's my man. Me and him are good friends. Compare Speedy and Rick Barnes and let me know, did you ever play Speedy one-on-one?
Man, you know, Speedy, unbelievable coach, man. He was in the NBA, man. I love him, man. Without him, probably wouldn't be here where I am today. So I really thank him. Difference is, you know, Rick, you know, he's kind of old school. He's going. Y'all know how Rick is, man.
We know. We know.
We know.
Kind of Rick is high, and then Speedy kind of, you know, chill. But me and Speedy never played one-on-one. I try to ask him. He was, nah, man, you going to get hurt. Do all the excuses and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That means he was scared then.
Yeah, I think so.
And you are exactly right. Speedy Claxton is a quality individual.
Yeah. Hey, man, thanks for coming out. Good luck this week. Appreciate you coming out, okay?
Thank you.
Sounds good. Tennessee this week, Georgia, Vanderbilt. We'll talk about those 2 games when we come back.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash, your West Knoxville State Farm agent. I've been here in the Renaissance for 17 years, and I'd love to help your young football players or anyone with their car insurance, home insurance, and life insurance. Give me a call at Laura Ash State Farm.
I see Marco's role in the community as somebody that people can look up to.
Marcos Garza is very thoughtful. He pays attention to the needs of the people in the community.
He's somebody that's very unselfish, somebody that's going to always be there.
Marcos Garza will work as hard as he can to get the best results for you.
In the future, no matter where I'm playing, no matter what the team I'm playing for, I'll always be on Garza's team.
The Garza Law Firm is Mama ZZ approved.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Hi, I'm David Ball, National Sales Manager here at Legend Fitness. Legend Fitness has been built on longevity and quality. Our racks are fully welded and has the least amount of bolts in the industry, made to stand up to the test of time. Because at Legend Fitness, we deliver quality and we want our customers to be Legend strong.
Hey, Tim Hoskins here from Covenant Sports Medicine. I'm the corporate manager of sports medicine, and I want to speak a little bit to our community partners and relationships that we have. We partner with FC Alliance Soccer, LeConte Center in Pigeon Forge, Johnson University, numerous high schools in and around the area, AAU basketball, Morristown Landing, travel hockey, volleyball, lacrosse, you name it, we're probably involved. What a lot of people don't know about Covenant Health is we're a nonprofit, community-based healthcare delivery system. We provide services in your community. If you ever need help with some event medicine or sporting event, scan the QR code at the bottom. Covenant Health, our mission is to improve lives through better health.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
Victory is brought to you by Garza Law.
So as we said, a couple games this week. Let's start with Georgia at Tennessee midweek. Tony?
It's gonna be a good basketball game. They got some dudes. You know, they got some dudes. Newell, big 6'11", he's leading them in scoring and rebounding. And then DeMay, he leads them in assists and steals. And it's a team that really gets out in transition. What we got to do is we can't let them out-rebound us because they're out-rebounding their opponents 39 to 30. And then we also got to limit the turnovers. Texas got 21 points off of Tennessee turnovers last night.
You look at Georgia, they're super athletic, offensive rebounding. They're a top 10 team, so we got to be really good at our defensive rebounding, keeping those guys off the boards. We got to make outside shots. They do a really good job. Also, they're in the top 10 at opponents' three-point percentage. So they do a good job of defending the three. We got to make sure we make our threes on the outside. And then I want to see Meshack's offensive game.
Yeah.
Take another step. Taking those shots from the outside, we heard good things about him during the summer making them. He has to take more and make more in the game.
All right, I do feel like I need to give Jason the last minute and a half of the show to talk about college football free agency. Sorry, transfer portal. Tell us about what's going on. What do we need to know?
People are getting paid, Mark, and you get paid to do a job. That's what Rick Barnes said, right? So if you're getting paid to do a job, you better go in there and do it. But no, I mean, the portal may be active, you know, now that more teams are being eliminated. So just keep an eye out on Tennessee. Tennessee needs to target some players and fill some holes for sure.
All right, we'll be able to make this pick next week, but can Notre Dame beat Ohio State?
I got Ohio State. Yeah.
I'm going with Marcus Freeman in Notre Dame. I think they're going to shock the world. The Irish will win.
You heard it right here from T. Jones Live. Okay, Tennessee's got Georgia midweek at home, Vanderbilt on the road, and then the following week there's a fun little trip to Auburn, which should be interesting to see. By the way, I was told to make sure that I'm there at the arena for when Florida comes back to town. That's all I'll say. We did a really good job of staying away from that tonight. I feel like we did.
Okay.
That's what I was told. Be there when the Gators come to town. We'll see you next week.